morning, classified collectors. Today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing Zartan, the Master of Disguise. That's right, he is number 31 in the classified line of figures. So let's take a close look at his packaging and get him out of the box and give you guys a up-close look at him. So looking at the front of his packaging, there is a turn wheel here, and this shows the different disguises that Zartan has inside this packaging. This right here was a really cool feature, and it was definitely out of the box for it. On the side, we have the standard number, the emblems, and you can see Master of Disguise Zartan is there. On the back, you've got the giant picture there that Hasbro has worked into a lot of the packages. You've got Zartan here, and this is really cool because what it's doing, it's showing, like, you would think this is just kind of done for the design of the box, but it's not. It's his skin color changing. We have number 31, and we have part of the Dreadnought's emblem there. And when you flip this open, you get to see everything that he comes with. And looking at this in the packaging, it looks really badass. He's got the different interchangeable heads and the masks, the accessories, and there is the Dreadnought's emblem in all of its glory. I really like that emblem. That is a dope emblem. This figure definitely warrants being called an exclusive or a deluxe figure because of the amount of accessories that comes with it. Hint, hint, Kamakura, not a deluxe figure. But let's get him out of the box and take a closer look at him. Got Zartan out of his packaging, and as you can see, he's got a lot of accessories. I'm going to start off with his backpack. It is the iconic backpack that he came with in the 3 3/4 inch Zartan figure back in the 80s. This looks identical to it. It's got 2 pegs on either side, which can be utilized for putting accessories onto. There's 4 pegs on it, and it sandwiches together. And this is where you store the masks, the faces that he can put on. I really like the upgrade, what they did here with it. This is really cool looking. The next accessory is he has Storm Shadow's or Snake Eyes, I believe this is supposed to be Storm Shadow's quiver, or at least it's supposed to be part of the clan that Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes are from. This looks really cool. So when he is disguised as Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes, he can have this on. And to accompany that, he has this bow. And then he comes with his dagger. This is a really cool looking dagger. The detail with the finger hole on it and the little bit of up here at the top, there's a couple holes. This is really cool looking. And then on the handle, if that was painted white, that could look like a tooth from something. But this has got a really nice look to it. I like this. And then he comes with his iconic blaster. This is true and identical to the 3 3/4 inch figure. I don't have him on him right now, but he does have his cowl that on the original figure was part of his head, and you would slide the masks in to hold him in place. This is independent, so you can change his head on and off, and you don't have to worry about that being stuck on. He also comes with his bandana. And now we get to part of the cool part of him is the masks and the interchangeable heads. He comes with 2 interchangeable heads, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. This is not an interchangeable head. This is an actual mask because this has a lot going on. The eyes look really cool on it. The detail of the skull teeth and the opening of the nose, and on the top, the crack in it, like the skull's cracked. This has a lot of cool detail to it. And on the back, there's a strap, so you can put this on them. So at some point, we'll put this on them so you guys can see what it looks like. And then the 3 masks. We're going to start with this one. This mask is identical to the one that came with the 3 3/4 inch figure back in the 80s. Is a bald old man with a scar. And I believe this is supposed to be a mask that resembles the Hard Master, the one that taught Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Very round, puffy faced, older looking guy. Maybe he's supposed to be a president or maybe a diplomat or something. The last accessory is his sniper rifle. This is really cool. It has, other than where it's bent here, this is a very soft and pliable plastic. Spot on it, moves forward. I thought this might have been a carry handle, but it's not. This comes down and you can remove, and I'm going to say it's supposed to be a magazine, or bring it a little closer so you guys can get a look at it. I'm assuming this is a magazine for the sniper rifle, like a Pulse sniper rifle. But it fits in there, and this comes up on it. One of the other cool features is, with this weapon, it has a suppressor on it. So Zartan is trying to be quiet. But not only does it have a hole in the front of it that you may not be able to see for a blast effect. Oh, there you go. The silencer comes off, and there is a hole in the front of this. Let's take a closer look at Zartan himself now. There is one thing about him that is different from the standard Zartan. And a lot of us collectors were upset with the original Zartan because it stated that he would be able to change color. And unfortunately, when they released him, he didn't. So with this one, he does change color. And I'll show you guys how that happens here in a little bit. So he's got a lot going on. His armor is updated. It's got more of a current age, kind of futuristic, maybe 10 years into the future. His face, the sculpting of his face is simply amazing. Cheekbones and wrinkles. And I love how they painted around the eyes. Very... there is a lot of homage in this figure to the 1980s version. His belt has a skull, actually, that is like a ram's head on there. He's got thigh guards. He's got his knee pads. And his boots are designed to kick indoors. Thing is gorgeous. Now, as far as his blaster, there is no holster for his blaster, but there is a sheath for his dagger. And there's a hole right here for pegging something in. There is not one on that side. The back, and you'd have to adjust that a little bit to get his backpack on. The back of his armor. This looks really dope. This is amazing. His pauldrons, I like the look and the feel of them. Arm guards, blanking right now. This has a really cool vibe feel to it. His muscles, they're sculpted, but I love the detail on this. The 6-pack does have the standard articulation that all of the G.I. Joe figures come with. And real quick, we will put his neckerchief on and get that on there. So now you've got Zartan with his neckerchief on. And then we throw his cowl on. Both of those there. And boom. That is iconic Zartan right there. With his cowl, I love what they did with it because they worked in maybe a little bit of paint deco would have just kind of finished this off really nicely. But there's a shinier sheen to this area right here and the top, which is like a snake skin. And then this is a duller brown. Maybe if they hit this with maybe a little wash of green or black to make it pop, it would look really cool. But this, I'm loving this. This is amazing. Let's see Zartan with one of his masks on. We'll be right back. So I did jump a little bit ahead and I did put the dagger into the sheath. Just so you all know, that is a tight fit. You're not going to lose that if you're doing some action shots with him or if you're playing around with him. It's going to stay in there nice and tight. But there is the OG mask that he came with in the 3 3" quarter figure back in the 80s. Collectors, especially you older collectors out there, drop a comment, let me know. Did Hasbro hit this one out of the park? And let's slide this on to him. It's got a tight fit going on. And boom. So once this is on him, it goes on, it's a little snug. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. But there, and then let's see, can we put his cowl on him with it? You can. It's a little, like the cowl really doesn't fit with that on there. I feel you'd stretch the cowl out, but there's Zartan with that skull mask on and the strap on the back. Collectors, let me know what you think about this accessory for the figure. Drop a comment below and let me know. Let's put the rest of his... Oh, I'm jumping ahead. We're going to make him change color. We'll be right back. While Zartan is in a deep freeze changing color, we're going to go back to his backpack. So I tried to stack the face masks on one another. They don't stack on top of each other, unfortunately. And if you try to do that, it's going to kind of stretch them out. But this fits in nice and snug in there. Like, it's not falling out. It's not going anywhere. The only thing I can say about this backpack that would have made it 10 times better is if this was actually hinged like the OG one back in the 80s. You know, a little hinge right there with a little clasp. Boom. You might have been able to get 2 masks in there. Maybe not. But I still like this. This is cool. It's really dope. I love this backpack. And as far as the weapons, if we close it up, because Zartan does not have a holster for his pistol. So the pistol goes on the backpack right there. And where does this go? Well, can this carry on here? No. Looking at his other backpack, I just noticed there is a pinhole there. What that is for, I do not know, because there is no accessory that goes in there. Interesting. Why Hasbro did it that way, don't know. And then his sniper rifle. There is no way of attaching this sniper rifle to the backpack at all. There's no finger hole. I guess you could slide it on there, but it's going to fall off very easily. So I would not recommend putting this on the backpack. And the bow doesn't have a hole on it to attach the bow there. So Hasbro, just asking, what was your thoughts behind this? Why is there a peg on either side? Maybe depending on which hand you want the blaster to go in. But backpack, overall, I love it. Let's go take a look and check on Zartan. All right, classified collectors, we're back. And I just took Zartan out of the deep freeze. Yes, the freezer. So Hasbro's way of fixing the color changing was they gave it something in the plastic that when it is in a cold element like a freezer, his skin will change from the skin tone to blue. And I only had him in there a few minutes, and I think that due to how he was in there, not all of it got, as you can see, the cold didn't get to it. But you can already tell that he's starting to warm back up and change back to his normal skin tone. Hasbro, I like that you gave us a color change Zartan. I know I would have preferred if you guys did it like the OG one. When he's out in the sun, his skin changes color. You put him in the freezer, then he's cold. His joints are stiff. And his joints are already stiff enough as is. So putting him in the cold does not help any if you want to do action shots. You're going to have to pose him beforehand, put him in and take him out, and get those pictures as quick as possible. But let's put some accessories on him and give you guys a 360 look of Zartan, the Master of Disguise. So I decided to go with putting the sniper rifle on him, Vice's backpack. I'll put his backpack on here in a minute. But I wanted to give you guys a look to see how that sniper rifle goes on. It does sling over him very nicely, and it doesn't interfere with anything. That is a really cool effect that Hasbro has done with that. And now we'll switch out to his backpack. Now I have his backpack on him. I left the cover off of it so you could see what it looks like with the mask inside of it on him. Unfortunately, due to the placement of his belt and the size of the backpack, I had to reposition the action figure stand, which is helping him stand up. I had a little difficulty getting him balanced. But Classified collectors, let me know what you think of this figure. I really like it. The only thing that is a big fail for me is his color change skin. I don't like the fact that I had to put him in the freezer to make him change to a bluish skin tone. As a lot of you collectors know, the OG 3 3/4 inch Zartan, his skin changed to a greenish tone. Other than that, I love this figure. He is definitely going to be one of my top 10 favorites out of all of the figures that have been released so far. So, guys, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this figure. And if you don't have him, I highly recommend pick him up. He is getting harder and harder to find. If you guys like the reviews that I'm bringing you, please remember to click that like, share, and subscribe button. It shows your support in my channel and the videos that I'm making for you guys. And until the next video, stay safe, stay warm, and be kind. And remember for y'all, I will be drawing the 2 lucky winners later today for a retro card back Baroness and a retro card back Lady Jaye. So keep an eye out to see who is going to be the 2 lucky winners. And again, have a great day, and until the next video review, see you later.